Hey everybody, it's the Masquerade Mukbanger. I'm coming to you from sunny Florida, long way from San Diego, but I decided to take a trip with my daughters down to Disney World. Wanted to visit the parks. My oldest went when she was 2 years old, but she's 11 now, so it's been years. She doesn't remember that trip, so decided to come out, check it out, and of course, since I'm on vacation, I wanted to try some awesome, delicious, yummy food that I don't get in San Diego. So it took me a little while to kind of come up with, what I was going to do. I didn't want to do anything that I've done in California or anything that I've tried in California. I definitely wanted to try something unique to Florida. So my oldest actually came up with a good idea about doing fried gator, and I found this really nice place. So I'm actually doing fried, you guys can see that, fried alligator tail. And also I wanted to add some fried pickles to that. I've never had fried pickles. I know that that's like a southern favorite, so I wanted to try that. So sorry I don't have my usual lighting, but hopefully you can see I have some fried pickles here. Gonna try that for the first time. I've definitely tried gators. I love papados. That's the first time I've had gators, so I wanted to try these gator nuggets here, or it's fried gator tail is what they call it. This place is called Gator Dockside. It's in Orlando, Florida, near like the Kissimmee area. So we're gonna check it out. It has really good ratings, so I'm curious. And then I want to throw in some fried shrimp. These shrimp actually look they're pretty decent size, jumbo fried shrimp. It came with a side of French fries. It also came with coleslaw, which is not my favorite. Sorry, Southern people, I hate coleslaw. We are from California. We love potato salad. So I did not include the coleslaw. I'm not going to eat that. But love me some fried shrimp. Got fries, fried pickles, fried gator tail. And as you all know, I love my beer. I actually found my favorite beer here at Publix in Kissimmee. It's Stone IPA. So shout out to Stone. You guys are making moves, because I found you guys in New York. I found you guys in Florida. So I'm so proud of Stone that I was able to actually find that here in the craft beer section. So shout out to that. I'm gonna pop this beer open. Love that. Love it when you pop it open, the little steam comes out. Look at that. That is my baby right there. My favorite beer. All right. Delicious. All right, let's get into it. I definitely want to try the fried pickles first, since this is my first time. I'm a fried pickle virgin. Also, I wanted to mention the fried pickles came with this, I don't know, I guess it's like ranch. I didn't even question like what sauce. It looks ranchy. We're gonna go with that. It looks like ranch. So I'm gonna take a bite of that. In my mind, I don't know why I thought they were gonna like deep fry a whole pickle. Okay, that's how I think. But obviously they sliced it. That's smarter. And just fried the pieces. So here we go. Very good. Ooh, I love pickles, by the way. This is really good. Very crunchy. Whatever batter they use is super flavorful. Really, really good. I gotta say, I'm freaking starving today. We actually went to Disney Hollywood Studios Park today. And you know how Disney is. It's just hustle and bustle. So I'm kind of walking around. I haven't really had like a proper meal. For the first time, I'm like sitting down and actually just eating. So excuse me, but I'm about to go in on this food. So really good. I love the tanginess of the pickle. I love that it's fried, so it gives a little bit of crispy outside. Okay, Southern people, I can live with the fried pickles. It's really good. Very, very good. The fried gator tail came with this yellow sauce here. I'm thinking it's some sort of like garlic aioli or something. I don't know. Like butter sauce. I don't know. The fried pickles are really good. Like, they do something to your tongue. But yes, let's try some the fried gator tail. Look at that. People get so weird about fried gator. Like, you eat beef, you eat pork, you eat chicken. What's gator? This is another animal to fry up and eat. So I love seafood. So gator just tastes like any other seafood. I would say it's comparable to, I'd say in between like lobster and shrimp. I know lobster can be a little tougher than shrimp, but yeah, it's pretty similar. I would say almost even as dense as chicken, but oh, that's really good. Whatever this sauce is delicious. It looks like some sort of butter sauce. Look at that. It's kind of like glazed on there. That's so good. Okay, Gator Dockside, y'all got it. It's really good. This is like really good stuff. Yes, honey. Fried gator. I love it. Delicious. Delicious. I might have to add fried pickles to my favorite list because those pickles were delicious. One of my friends actually suggested that I added some fried shrimp to the menu today. I'm sad because they left out my cocktail sauce. I love having fried shrimp with cocktail sauce. It said it came with it, but it's okay. I got this actually delivered via DoorDash. So you know how that is when you do those delivery services. They don't always get all the little condiments. So my bad for not like making it super clear. Don't forget the cocktail sauce. But no worries. I'm about to go in on this shrimp regardless. And I'm freaking starving. Oh. That is some good shrimp. I was actually going to say, one of my good friends actually suggested I added shrimp to it. And we were chatting. We got into a really good conversation about social media because her and I, we have an addiction to social media. I love my social media. I love it for the positive things. Like, I like connecting with my family and friends and all that good stuff. But one of my favorite things is like groups. Like, Facebook groups are fun. Kind of get to intermingle with people and, you know, just like a nice little fun thing to socialize with people, you know, when you're kind of have some downtime. However, people are very sensitive in those groups. It's pretty much inevitable that at some point you're going to offend somebody. I actually made a post about astrology signs. And my post basically was talking about, it is essentially, in a nutshell, was asking people to name one of the most toxic astrological signs that you know. I said, in a relationship, let me be clear. This is particular to relationship. The meme actually said, I'm toxic, I'll ruin your life, and I'll play the victim. What sign am I? And I thought it was kind of funny because let's just be clear, like, all signs have their stuff, right? I'm a Pisces. I know all of my Pisces things. I'm a daydreamer. I definitely am lazy. If it came down to handling business or sleeping in the bed all day, guess what I'm going to choose? I like my sleep. I like my food. I'm a Pisces and I like my booze and I like my sleep. That's all I want. Food, booze, sleep. Those are my negatives. There's some other things that come along with Pisces and y'all drop them in the comments. I already know. Or any sign. So we all have our stuff, right? That's life. So anyway, I'm sorry. I'm freaking starving. Gotta get back to the shrimp. Anyway, I actually said, well, I think that is more applicable to a Cancer. I love Cancers, by the way. I'm a Pisces. I'm a water sign. I'm actually on paper, supposed to be like the most compatible with cancers, supposedly, right? Which is totally fine. So I met a lot of cancers. Actually, one of my good friends that I've dated in the past, he's a Cancer. And I do think that Cancers have the ability to kind of like, they'll be with you, they'll hang out with you. If they're into you, they're really into you. Like they will definitely dedicate themselves to you. Let me be clear. Cancers are decent people, especially Cancer males. I really like Cancer males. However, that dark side of the Cancer is when they go into that shell, honey, they pull those disappearing acts. I love you, Cancers. I love y'all. I want to be down for y'all. I want to root for y'all. But when that little crab gets in that shell, I don't know. I mean, I'm very impatient. I'm a Pisces. I want it instant. When y'all disappear and y'all go off into the sunset, that's a hard one. So essentially, I said Cancer. I also said Sag, because Sagittarius can be kind of all over the place. I actually have more combative issues with Sag women than men. God, this sauce is so freaking good. It's like garlic or something. I don't know. It is so good. I like this yellow garlic butter sauce. Anyway, but yes, Cancers and Sag. Well, naturally, somebody who was a Cancer got offended by my post. So, they went this whole tangent about, oh my God, every sign has their thing, and you can't say that about Cancers, and, we are this and we are that. And I'm not saying you guys are bad humans. We all have our stuff, I'm really into astrology. I definitely believe in astrology. I definitely understand that there's different facets. Like every Pisces not the same. I have a friend that's a Pisces, and her and I are completely different. But you have to look at all of the aspects when it comes to astrology. So while I definitely understand that, we all have our stuff, sometimes some signs are just a little bit more to other signs, a little bit more aggressive than others, or have other negative characteristics, I should say. They have other negative characteristics. Like I'm a Pisces. I don't think I could get into a relationship with an Aries. I love Aries. I love that they're super ambitious. They're like self-starters. They take care of their stuff. My sister's the Aries. She's very, very, very on her job. Like she takes care of her business. But they almost are militant. They're a little bit boot campish. And I'm a Pisces. I'm like, no, I want to go to bed. Like, I'm not going to stay up all night, or I'm not going to get up at the crack of dawn and go, work out. I'm sleeping. I'm tired. That's us. We love the lazy life. So, it's just really important for me to kind of like convey my opinions about people. But I'm not intentionally trying to be offensive. People have to understand that this is just one opinion. It's not the rule. It's not set in stone. It's just me, human, a big old Pisces girl who loves to eat, love to travel, I love to sleep. I love to just chill. We should stop being so sensitive. But I do think astrology matters, especially when it comes to dating. Which actually brings me to my next point, which is I've been watching this show called Married at First Sight. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen it. Essentially, the concept is basically couples that are matched by experts. They have no idea about each other. They know they're going to be matched with someone, but the experts match them, and essentially they get married the day they meet. I'm gonna let that sink in for the people who haven't seen the show. Yes, they go in blindly, they meet on their wedding day. So literally, the shrimp is really good. I haven't even tasted the fries. I'm just like so engulfed in the shrimp and the... Anyway, They meet on their wedding day. They go down the aisle. They say, hi, my name is so-and-so, and literally get married 2 seconds later. So I think the show is really cool. I like the concept. I like this a little bit modern. Obviously, it's different. It's a little far-fetched. It's a little bit out there. I like the people who really go into the experiment being really open. They call it an experiment. That word is used like throughout the show. And it is an experiment. It's like, we're going to see if we have experts that match people, if this will work or not. So I've been a pretty decent faithful. I'm gonna try this pickle inside this aioli sauce. The ranch is not doing it for me because it's just ranch. It's like whatever, but that's good. It gives it like a little sweet tang because you know how pickles are a little. I won't say sour. It's like tangy or tart. Gives it a little sweetness. Anyway, so in any event, the experts match these people. I've been pretty faithful to watching the show. I did stop watching for a few seasons. I would say around the 3rd, 4th season, I stopped watching only because the show, to me, in my opinion, was matching people horribly. I was like, this was bound to fail because essentially people aren't, being matched appropriately. So I stopped watching. They actually did a revamp on the show. They got new experts and they started looking for other aspects and other characteristics for people. And they ended up matching some really decent couples. And I really started to kind of enjoy it. This season, actually, one of my favorite couples, it's an older couple. I believe the girl's name is Jasmine. I believe her name is Jasmine. I can't think of the guy's name. I want to say, I can't remember his name. Anyway, Jasmine and her hubby, they seem pretty good. They're super open to the experiment. Like, she's really into wanting to be married. Look at that sauce dripping. She's really open to this. She wants to have a baby like yesterday, which I totally understand. When you get to a certain age, you're like, look, I'm ready. Let's do this. So I like that. However, the only thing I do not like about them is the fact that she really is kind of this old-fashioned type chick where she's like, the guy should pay all the bills and the man should do all this. And I'm like, I get that you have your, you kind of have the things, your list of things that you want when come into a relationship. We're just living in a different time now where people just don't have that mentality, or really can't have that mentality. It's your husband's just balling out of control. We all got to contribute to these grown bills. We just all have to throw money into the pot. Because that's how I look at marriage. It's like, we're married. Yeah, you have your stuff you want to do. I have my stuff I want to do financially. But when it comes to these bills, honey, we all got to just make it rain. Make it rain on the bills. So I kind of was like, ooh, that might be a deal breaker for you, a situation. Because he seems a little kind of like, I don't know, he seems a little thrown off by that. They did eventually come to an agreement that they would do like a 60-40, which I don't think is bad, because let's just be real. In your mind, you think when you go into a marriage, you're like, oh, it's going to be 50-50. Everything's going to be equal. I'm going to do this and he's going to do that. But sometimes it's not 50-50. And that's okay. Sometimes, shoot, I'm better at doing this and I'm going to put in a little bit more effort than you are. Or sometimes you don't want him to. If he can't wash dishes, do you really want him washing dishes? No, you're going to wash the dishes. Or if, she's not good at mowing the lawn. I'm not good at stuff like that. Baby, go mow the lawn. So, we all kind of contribute. It's just like whatever works for a couple, whatever works for you guys financially, whatever works for you guys domestically, handle your business. So I was happy to hear that he kind of was like, okay, a little bit more flexible with her and said, let's do 60-40, and they were good. The other thing about the show, which is really interesting, is intimacy. So obviously they're married. They met, they're married. There's this like curiosity about like, are y'all having sex? Like, have you guys had sex yet? Are you guys romantically attracted to each other? I think they're both pretty decent looking, you know, people, but they haven't had sex yet. And she's actually getting really irritated about that. He has shared that he feels a little bit of pressure. I don't know how I feel about that either, but he's expressed that he's felt some pressure in the sense of, well, what if I'm not good in bed, or if she doesn't like it? But I'm like, get comfortable with your woman. She's ready to get, you know, handle her business with you, and just do what you do. And, you know, intimacy is not always perfect either. Some people are just not what you want when it comes to your expectation. They may not meet it. There is hope. Trust me, there is hope. So I do think that he does need to kind of let go of his insecurity. I don't know what kind of experiences he's had in the past that made him like totally want to just like, you know, cut it off until he's comfortable. But I do hope that eventually they'll get to the point where they kind of, you know, have this relationship flowing, and I hope they make it. So let me go back a little bit because I'm kind of going on a tangent. But essentially what happens is they get married at first sight. The experts match them. They get married. They have a 6-week, or I think it's 6 weeks, maybe 8 weeks. They have a 6-week experiment, and then after like a few months or whatever, they decide whether they want to stay together or get a divorce because they are legally married. They are one of my couples that I really hope stays together. I've seen a lot of couples that, look at this, Shrek souvenir. There's a lot of couples that I've seen actually decide to get divorced, and I don't know, I totally understand why. There's some I've seen stay together too, and I'm like, ooh, I don't know if y'all gonna make it either. But I'm definitely rooting for them. I'm definitely rooting for this couple. Now, while I have my favorite, definitely have the couple that I'm like, not looking good for y'all. There is an older couple. This couple's actually a Caucasian couple. I can't think of their name either. I'm terrible with names, but they are definitely headed for kind of a rocky road. So the husband, he's had a couple of little blow-ups, couple of little situations, not a couple, let me be clear. He's had a few situations where he's just gone completely crazy. She was actually trying to like help him move his stuff into their new place, and he got like really irritated and really like, you know, aggressive he got like super aggressive like with her, and he essentially was just basically being a jerk. And she's like really, really sweet lady. She's really optimistic about marriage. She's like, I just want to find like my guy. And I believe her. Like, I really think she sincerely wants to find her husband. I don't think, you know, when you're older, you're not obsessed with all that superficial crap. Like, she's that girl. And I like that. It's like, I don't care about all this superficial stuff. You know, she's 30, I think she's like 35 or 36. She's around my age. And she's just like, you know, I just want to find my forever person. And I love that. But baby, oh boy is so aggressive, like so aggressive. And he's just getting like real snappy. And I'm thinking to myself like, if you're already just like showing those red flags right now, wait till stuff gets real. I'm like, I don't know if they plan on having kids, but anyone who's been married, not just married, anyone who's had kids and are in any sort of relationship, it doesn't have to be marriage, because marriage is marriage, but whatever. Relationships are relationships. So anyone who's had kids and are in a relationship, you know, sometimes kids really change the dynamic of it. So if it ain't rainbows and butterflies right now, baby, it ain't gonna be rainbows and butterflies. So I do enjoy that the show does give them. I'm so hungry, y'all. I'm so sorry. I am so hungry. Anyway, I do like that the show does give them counseling when stuff gets rough. They really do offer that. And obviously for something like this, you want to have counseling. You don't want to kind of like mock marriage. They do give them some serious professional counseling. They're not these experts that they have. They're not just this mom and pop off the street. These are professionals that are coming in and saying like, hey, we're looking at aspects of people's personalities and we're matching them based on that. So I do enjoy that. However, my howevers. However, I definitely am a little bit concerned for this couple because him in that temper and blowing up over simple things like, hey, do you want to pack this? Do you want to take? He's like, I don't know what I want to pack. I don't know what I want to take. I'm not sure if I want to do this, and I don't want to be put on the spot. He gets really anxious about that. And she's just sitting there like, I don't know what to do. And they had another little situation where they wanted to watch like a sporting event. And she was like, well, where do you want to go watch it? Do you want to try this place? We've gone to this place. You want to go back to this place? And she's just asking him simple things you do when you're essentially, hanging out with your man. Where do you want to eat, babe? Where do you want to go? You want to have some drinks here? Do you want to go watch it there? You want to go to your friend's house? Blah, blah, blah. He's like, I don't know if I want to go here. Every time I go somewhere, I get forced into drinking, and I'm like, whoa, red flag. I think the show too needs to look at that because his anger issues are over. They're overwhelming. Even for me, just watching, I'm like, don't let him talk to you like that. So I don't know if that's a setup though. I always think there's like one couple that's a setup to get all the people watching riled up. Like he's getting me like really irritated. Like, yeah, I'm almost getting like tired of watching like their segment when they come on because he's so aggressive. But I really think they need to like address it because they have it. They did one time. The show did one time where they did just highlighted that he was having a little bit of a meltdown, or he was having a little bit of a toot. He had a temper tantrum like he's 5, and the show highlighted it. However, no experts have talked to him about it, and that's another thing on the show. The experts do come and give them counseling throughout the process. So if you haven't watched it, check it out. I believe it's on Lifetime. The experts do come out and they will talk to the couples. They'll give them counseling and help them through like some of the hard things that they're going through. So far they have not addressed that with him, but I hope they do because he's really working my last nerve. Next, another one of my favorite couples. They're a younger couple. Her name is Christine. I believe his name is Keith. I believe it is. He's really he's really nice looking. He's really kind of a cute guy, super tall, like really nice smile. She's cute too, very cute smile, very bubbly personality, very optimistic. Like I love people going this with optimism because you have to. I mean, you're getting married to a freaking stranger. You've never met them. You have to be optimistic. So I really like the fact that she's like super optimistic about it. The only thing about them is I don't know how serious they are. They're just so young and they're just like, yeah, whatever. But that might be good. That might be good. As long as they're listening to counseling, as long as they're like working through their stuff, I think they'll make it. They actually are running into a little bit of issue because she has a professional career. And I don't know. Oh, I know what he does. He's a dialysis technician. So according to them, he doesn't make that much money. And they think that might be a problem. And that's real stuff in a marriage. Sometimes you're the breadwinner. Sometimes a woman's the breadwinner. It's not always men making money. Hey, girls be making money too. So she's the breadwinner. And, she's going to come across a couple of things where she kind of is looking at him like he's kind of a man-child. And I do think that he does need to grow up just a little bit, but I do think they're open, and I really like them because you have to be optimistic. You have to be open-minded. You really need to look at things objectively. So it's gonna be interesting to kind of see how they play out, how they make it. I really hope that they do because they're just so cute. I'm like, I want to see what their babies are gonna look like. I hope they make it. I'm really excited for that couple. The last couple, however. Now, let me just say this. If you have not tuned into the show or you're not caught up, please tune in. because it's a good show. It's just interesting, you know. It's not your typical reality show because it's not super fake, I don't think. I mean, obviously, you know, there's things that are semi-scripted because reality is never reality. But I do think that there are some really good storylines on the show. There are some good segments and couples that, you know, you kind of look at and you're rooting for them. This last couple, though, a mess. So this is a younger couple. The husband already told the show, look, I like women of color. My last girlfriend was black. I had another girlfriend that was Brazilian. I mean, he said he had a girlfriend that was like, I can't remember. Dark. Let's just be clear. He likes a woman of color. Dark hair, dark eyes, dark. Well, essentially they linked him up with a girl. She's cute, let me be clear. But blonde hair, blue eyes, Becky with the good hair, that sort of thing. Well, he said he basically just flat out told her, I'm not attracted to you. You're not like my type. They've tried to be intimate. She's tried to kind of pursue intimacy with him, and he's unresponsive to it altogether. This shrimp is freaking good. Anyway, she tried to kiss him. He told her that I'm repulsed by you and I feel dead inside. And obviously that like really hurt her feelings. I mean, that's just me. I mean, we've all been with people that maybe are not your type, but to say like you feel dead inside and you're repulsed, and then he got up and ran to the freaking bathroom. Could you guys even imagine like dating someone? Or not dating, they're married. They're married to each other. You're trying to create this, you're creating this chemistry, because obviously the chemistry didn't happen organically. You're trying to create this chemistry with someone, and they're like, nope. And he got up and went to the bathroom when she tried to kiss him. The show did send the experts in to confront him about it. He did apologize to her. She actually she's so sweet. She's just like apple pie. She's just like sweet, like little vanilla, like, I don't mean vanilla because she's white, but vanilla, like as in just, you know, just normal vanilla, like chick, just very sweet. She looks really cute. She even looks like super young to me. Like she almost could be in high school, but you know, she's older. She's just like a sweetie pie. So she comes in and she talks with the experts and she's like, yeah, I'm open. I want to make this work. Like, even though he totally disrespected her, she's still really open to wanting to make it work and wanting to like get him to, you know, eventually grow this chemistry or whatever. And they get to this point where they're having this party for all their friends. And he goes and tells, I guess, the producers of the show that he thinks she's an alcoholic. All right. So, about that. He tells the producers that she's an alcoholic. When he gets confronted by it, he tells a different story. He's like, oh, I was just concerned because you kind of drink a little bit, more than I'm used to. And I just was a little concerned. Now, he did not call her an alcoholic then. They actually put him on the spot and said, hey, do you think that she's an alcoholic, in front of her? And he said no. But when he was by himself, he said, yeah, I think she might have a drinking problem. Messy. So while I want all couples who get married to make it, I don't think he deserves that. He does not deserve a wife. She was confronted by him, disliking her physically. She was open to say, hey, I'll stay. It's okay. We'll work it out. And that's what you're supposed to do. Sometimes stuff gets rough in marriage. You're like, hey, not me though. Sorry. Let me be clear. I don't know if I can do that. I mean, you're supposed to. That's what you want, but it could not be me. So she was super open to staying after that. But he's just coming up with any excuse to create chaos. And, you know, at the end of the day, when it comes to relationships, these fries are just, man. Well, let me not judge the fries. This other stuff is delicious. When it comes to relationships and being in a real significant relationship, it's not always about perfection. Like, that's not realistic. It's not going to be perfect all the time. It's not going to be, you know, everything that you dreamed of. You know, he comes and he rescues me on this white horse and, you know, fights for me. It's not always going to be that. But definitely one of those things where you need to really be open to recognizing your stuff, his stuff, working through it. However, he doesn't deserve baby. She's so sweet. I really hope that she leaves him. I hate to say that. It's terrible, but it's the truth. I really hope that she leaves him. She finds someone that makes her happy. She finds someone that she deserves, essentially. I think that he's just being shallow. He's just seeing that she's not, you know, dark or whatever he's looking for. A person, he says he likes, you know, dark skin. He likes basically women of color. And he's just focused on this shallow crap that doesn't make any difference. You guys know how it is. I don't know how many of you guys have been married or in significant relationships, but you go through so much crap. You really see someone naked. And I don't mean naked like, you know, seeing their private parts. I mean naked to their soul. I mean, you see everything. They go through the good, the bad, the ugly. You know, you see someone for who they are inside. And so if you're not open to that experience, seeing someone just pure, meaning everything stripped, because all this aesthetic is just that. It's just aesthetic. It's just on the surface. When you get rid of all of that stuff, what is someone beneath that, you know? So the fact that he is still trying to focus on throwing that in her face, that she is not aesthetically what I want, lets me know that he is not ready for marriage. And he really shouldn't be on the show. I'm kind of upset that he's on the show. So we'll see what happens. But I am full as hell. I did my walking around Disney today. I don't know. I probably did 15,000 steps today. I am so tired. I definitely appreciate you guys for tuning in today. Sorry, my mask was a little wobbly, but definitely appreciate you guys for tuning in. As always, please like, please subscribe, hit the bell, get my notifications, comment. I love comments. Say whatever. Tell me about Married at First Sight. Tell me about your sign. Tell me your sign. I like that. I'm into astrology. If you're into astrology, let's talk about it. Tell me your sign. Tell me the sign you think is toxic. So I'm actually gonna go back and tell you guys the meme I post. It said, I'm toxic and I'll ruin your life and I'll play the victim. What sign am I? I said, I think that's applicable to Cancers. So you guys tell me. Sorry. I'm over here cracking up because people are so sensitive about that. That post like riled so many feathers. Tell me what sign you think that is. I say Cancer. Sorry, Cancers. I like y'all, but y'all like to do stuff, not intentionally, maybe, and then just like scatter into your shell. So I say Cancer. Sagittarius, again, not intentionally. I don't know. Sometimes Sagittarius does do things intentionally. They like to kind of like be that nun, but they're really just like freaking rock stars underneath the whole garb. But anyway, tell me your sign that you think that's applicable to. Tell me your sign. Tell me what sign you're more compatible with, and tell me what sign you are absolutely not compatible with. Me, my polar opposite, in my opinion, is Aries. I cannot. I love y'all, but I just can't do y'all. I love you guys as a friend. I'll give y'all daps, but I don't know if I could do an Aries on a long-term basis, even though You guys are super hardworking. You guys handle your biz, but sorry. Anyway, again, like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and I will see you guys soon. I'm going to head back to San Diego, tell everybody about this awesome place in Orlando called Gator's Dockside, and you guys have a lovely week, and I will see you next week. Bye.